Well, hello. It is I. It is the Doki. Alright. Move this out of the way because I was cleaning my monitors, and move my phone back over here because nice clean desk. Alright, so we are going to continue on with the Mystery Labyrinth. Let me actually make sure that Looney is awake and aware that we're doing the Mystery Labyrinth, because I know... And Looney's not there. Looney is not there. She is showing us offline. Well, she's got another VOD to watch then, I guess. Alright. So, I'll still go ahead and send her a message. And see if she might be awake. Possibly. But probably not. Because I think she was up all night playing Demonologist. How dare my mods not be here for me? No, I don't care. I'm happy that she reached 10,000, level 10,000 in Phasmo, because she's been working at that for months. Anyway, let's get into it, shall we? Yes, the software can be played. There we go. Into the Mystery Labyrinth we go. And I will go ahead and open up one of my drinks here so that we have hydrate if we need it. Well, I don't exactly have fingernails, so this makes it a little difficult. There you go. Elephants, I get it. So strong an elephant can stand on it. It always takes me so long to wake up from that.
Again with the falling. Why can't it ever be a gentle landing? Oh, Vivia. This is called the Mystery Labyrinth.
So, this place is a physical manifestation of mysteries from the case?
Yeah.
You can tell? Oh, well, anyway, this actually isn't my forte.
Due to the power of death. Her, right?
Huh?
So you really could see me this whole time.
He could?
It's due to my spiritual affinity. Ever since I was young, I've been able to see otherworldly things. My forte was gained through training that innate talent. Though, I wasn't able to see her clearly like this before. I could tell you were talking to some haze following you around, but that was it. Until one day, I used my spectral projection at the agency and saw that death got clear as crystal. After that, I did some research. I discovered that the WDO Underground Book Vault held something called the Book of Death, and also that someone had taken it.
Did I take it? Before I lost my memories?
I don't know. Since you're a rookie, I doubt you'd have access to the book vault. Only a handful of people have WDO clearance for that.
Just a handful?
Anyway, you've been using this ability to solve the other cases up till now, haven't you?
Yeah.
So, this is also related to the mysterious deaths of all those culprits?
Yes.
My guess is, clearing a labyrinth, a materialization of a mystery, causes its true perpetrator to die.
That's correct.
If that's the case, you've killed a lot of people with your own hands, Yuma.
Well, I didn't really kill anyone. It's just what happens when...
Nope. I may be the one reaping their souls, but the blood is still on your hands.
What? Hey!
No point in pretending to be a goody two-shoes. You're risking your life to solve these mysteries.
I see. So you're determined to do this, huh? Sorry, but I don't think I have that kind of conviction myself. So, I think I'll take a nap here while you go and risk your life.
You can sleep if you want, but you won't be able to get out.
Is that so?
If you're not with Master when and if he solves the labyrinth, this place will collapse around you. Well, if you don't have any regrets in the real world, you're free to die here.
He does say that a lot. He's like, I wish I could die.
Regrets. I don't have any of those, but there are still some things I've left unfinished. Especially after you exposed the mystery of this case.
Won't matter, you won't remember anything.
What do you mean by that?
I'll be perfectly clear. I'm just going to tag along.
Ooh, Ness.
I'll leave the heavy lifting to you.
Hi, Naira. I've been expecting you.
I don't care what you do, just don't get in our way. Well, Master, let's do the usual.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Master, are you ready to give your life for the truth?
I am.
You don't want to be like this.
Oh, come on!
This is disgusting. This is awful in every way. If I could kill it,
that's fair.
I would. But I legally can't. But I've considered it.
Yeah.
Is that sword for cutting through mysteries? This place must be pretty dangerous.
Yep.
Here you go, Master. Here's your solution key.
Is that key something like a clue for the case?
Vivia's just nailing it.
Wow. Looks like you're ready to go.
Could you be more of a downer? Whatever. I'm gonna ignore you.
He is a downer, but he's very smart.
So let's go.
Probably the smartest of the whole
Unravel
bunch.
this mystery labyrinth.
Between him and Halara.
Let's hunt down this culprit who preys on the truth.
And yeah, it kind of was perfect timing.
We have to walk? This is unbearable.
Sorry, Vivia.
Come on. You're bumming me out here.
I thought you were going to ignore him.
Alright, it's time to figure this out. I have no idea what happened. I don't have any inkling
Say,
of what
Vivia,
happened either.
Do you remember anything about the case?
You mean Dr. Huesca's murder? Or are you talking about when Chief Yako was attacked?
Huh? You remember? Everyone else that came here lost their memories.
That's pretty rare. Must be because of his whole spiritual thing.
So the others lost their memories. That's why no one remembers this death god.
So is he gonna remember everything when we leave?
How rude of them. It's thanks to yours truly that those cases got solved.
That reminds me, I used my coalescence with Fubuki before Vivia. But Vivia is the only one who came into the mystery labyrinth.
What?
I guess coalescence got overridden. Maybe it only takes the most recent ability. I don't know either.
You don't know? But coalescence is your power, Shinigami.
Relax, will ya? Minor detail.
You would have been better off with Fubuki. She would have been far more useful for this case.
It doesn't matter anyway. No one can use their forte here.
Oh. So now I really don't have to do anything.
No, not at all.
Thank goodness. What a relief.
Jeez! You ever think your lack of motivation could be contagious?
Hey, relax.
Alright, so what are we tackling first? Because I sure as hell do not know how they got in.
Ooh, there's that mystery!
Huh?
Please tell me that's not where we're starting.
I wish they wouldn't spring out of nowhere
Nothing
like
happened.
that.
I thought this labyrinth would only require your wits. But it looks like it's going to take more than that, Yuma.
Well, he doesn't have a whole lot of wits, so he doesn't have a choice.
What? What?
Huh? Why didn't a problem appear?
Not only was there no problem, no choice appeared either. Master, maybe you don't even know which mystery to start with to solve this case.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah, there's so many unknowns. I'm honestly feeling lost right now.
Come on! You gotta know where to start with this stuff, or you won't be able to solve a single thing. Let's decide that for now. What's the first mystery of this case?
The first
How they got
mystery
in, which is the one I don't know.
the fact that Dr. Wesker was murdered in a completely locked room with no way in or out. The doctor was located deep in the critical lab, behind layers of security. And yet, he was found stabbed to death. We were the first to discover the body. At the time, we were controlling the robot, Amapel.
Well, Naira, at least your Discord server is somewhat on time today and not waiting until I go to bed to say that I'm live.
Because of that, we were thought to be the culprits, but we obviously aren't. So how did the culprit get in and out of the doctor's lab? That's what I don't know.
But the culprit is definitely the hitman, right?
I think so, but I'm not absolutely sure. Besides, even if the hitman did it, there's the question of who hired him. But there's no doubt the hitman stabbed Chief Yako. That's the only thing I'm absolutely certain about.
So what about the doors?
Peacekeepers?
Kanai Ward's garbage. What are you doing here?
Yomi Hell Smile.
So the director of the Peacekeepers is here.
Yeah, but he's just part of the Mystery Labyrinth.
I figured. In other words, he's a monster created from the labyrinth, right?
Right.
Which, if he's
Pieces of shit.
if he's showing up here, whoa. If he's showing up here, then he can't be the killer.
Disturbing the peace of Kanai Ward.
This guy doesn't seem like an easy opponent.
But we have no choice. For Chief Yako, for everyone.
You killed Dr. Wesker, didn't you? Turn yourselves in so I can torture you to death!
I have no idea where this is going. I really don't. Not even a clue.
You're the ones who killed Dr. Wesker! You disarmed the security system to the doctor's lab. And then then murdered him inside. Until you actually entered the lab, the security system for the critical lab stayed active. It's impossible to bypass the system while it's active. In other words, no one can enter the doctor's lab. There couldn't be an intruder. Which makes you the culprit.
Right.
But
You're the ones who killed Dr. Weska. You disarmed the security system to the doctor's lab.
No, I thought that would have been it.
but
Then...
You're the ones who killed Dr. Weska. You disarmed the security system to the doctor's lab. And then murdered him inside. Until you actually entered the lab, the security system for the critical lab stayed active. It's impossible to bypass the system while it's active. In other words, no one can enter the doctor's lab. There couldn't be an intruder.
this is the truth. When the body was first discovered, Amapal was about to enter the doctor's lab. But something bumped into it and knocked it over. In fact, there was a mark on Amapal's head, like someone kicked it. That mark wasn't there when we borrowed it. It's proof that someone else was in the lab.
You call that evidence? Is bullshit the only thing that comes out of that mouth? Don't make me laugh. Shit! There was an intruder?
Damn it.
That's impossible!
Damn it.
And in fact, you proved that yourself!
That claim doesn't hold up. What do you mean? We proved there wasn't an intruder.
You still don't understand? Don't make me laugh! If there was another intruder, then where did they go?
What is...
The time you arrived at the scene, there was no one else, right? There's no place to hide in the critical room. There's no way they got past it. Or are you saying they slipped away and you missed it? That's obviously impossible! Isn't that funny? You just proved you committed the crime!
Right.
What does that mean?
If there was another intruder, where did they go? By the time you arrived at the scene, there was no one else, right?
No? Okay.
Say,
That's true.
If there was another intruder, then where did they go? By the time you arrived at the scene, there was no one else, right? There's no place to hide in the critical lab.
I'll slash through this mystery. There's a hiding spot. It's inside the airlock's decontamination device. The vent cover can be easily removed, and there's just enough space for someone to fit inside. If they hid inside the decontamination device, we wouldn't have seen them when we arrived at the scene.
So what? You've got it all wrong anyway. Everything is wrong. Your existence is all wrong. Have fun chasing that fake truth you found.
So what? The person who was just hiding in the vent for... That's all we proved. Is that the person could have hidden in a vent.
We managed to defeat him this time, but it's not over yet.
He sure is persistent, huh?
Anyway, there's no doubt someone else was inside the doctor's lab.
Yeah.
So let's unravel each mystery one at a time.
All right, we'll get it this time.
Oh, okay. Again. Was there an intruder?
Come
Yes
on.
or no?
Why does it have to be so sudden?
Okay, now that we've wedged our way into this mystery, we just gotta head through the labyrinth and reach the truth!
I mean... Yes? Yes, it has to be, right? Can I save? Oh, now it's her picture. I'm gonna say yes. Because there has to be, right?
We're just now getting to the point. What a pain.
Hey, don't sigh, this is a good thing!
Sorry.
Anyway, let's head inside.
There had to have been. Otherwise, who went in? Like, how did he get in there?
There was an intruder for sure. We know someone bumped into Amapal.
Yeah.
The culprit probably hit Amapel on their way out.
Yes.
After that, they must have intended to leave the lab, but they couldn't because we were in the front chamber. So they hid inside the decontamination device to avoid us.
So, if you checked inside the decontamination device on the way to the scene, you would have caught the culprit then and there.
Yeah, but it was an emergency and we had no idea they were in there.
It's super lame to make up excuses, Master.
It's not an excuse, but it is true. If I had thought about why Amapal was knocked over at that time, I would have realized the culprit was in there. We could have waited in ambush or searched for them. And if I'd caught the culprit then, Chief Yako wouldn't have gotten stabbed.
Master, wallowing in regret is even lamer. If you have time for that, you have time to keep going.
Right.
Yeah, well. There's the door.
Really? Another fork in the path.
Oh, there's gonna be plenty of those. And back to my neck. Alright, how did the culprit enter the lab? This is the question.
Seems like we're finally at the central question.
This is the question that I've been dreading, because I don't know
This
what.
is the first step
Not a
to
clue.
solving how the culprit committed an impossible murder.
I leave the rest to you. I'm going to read a book or something.
You can bring your own stuff into the mystery labyrinth?
He's just special.
He is just special, yeah.
Come on!
Deactivated security by cutting power. Never entered in the first place. Invited in by the doctor. Couldn't have been invited in by the doctor because the doctor was like, who are you? Couldn't have been deactivated security by cutting power because it's on its own separate power network, right? So, what does that mean? Never entered in the first place. How does that... That's the only thing it could be, right?
Right here!
Culprit never entered? But you said there's no doubt the culprit was in there.
Perhaps the intruder is not the culprit after all.
So you're saying that the doctor committed suicide?
No.
If the doctor committed suicide, then the culprit wasn't the intruder, but the doctor himself.
But if the doctor did it, there would be no intruder. The doctor was already in the lab.
Huh? A trap?
Guess you were wrong, Yuma. Well, I already knew that before you entered.
What? Why didn't you tell me?
You wanted me to tell you? You should have said so earlier. People only grow by learning from past mistakes, which is why I purposely...
Master, we have to get out of here!
How do we get out?
Use logic to show how this route is the wrong one!
All right, I'll try.
Really? I mean, yeah, it would be in the back. He can't... Like, nobody can really do that, right?
That's right. The doctor was stabbed 3 times in the back. One stab would have indicated that he held the knife in place, then fell on it to kill himself. But he couldn't have made 3 wounds like that. There's no way it was a suicide.
So was that the wrong option?
Well, I may have messed up, but at least we got a little closer to the truth.
Was that the wrong option? So either the doctor invited him in, or the power was turned off. But the doctor didn't recognize who the intruder was, because he was like, who are you? So he couldn't have invited him in. So the only other option would be the power being out.
Maybe, but if you hadn't messed up in the first place, you wouldn't have to come up with such a lame excuse.
I know. I'll do better next time.
Is this gonna bring us back to those options? Maybe? Possibly? Yep.
Yuma.
Yeah. So it would have to be deactivated security by cutting power, but I don't see how that's possible if it was on a separate network.
Right here!
It couldn't have been invited in by the doctor. He didn't recognize them.
The culprit used the blackout to slip past security and into the lab.
But the blackout
That
was-
answer is pretty simple. Almost too simple.
The doctor invited him in? Really?
Huh? This route is wrong too? Again?
No need to worry, Yuma. I don't mind it at all if we can't find a way to move forward.
Sheesh. Even I'm losing motivation. You can take care of this on your own, can't you, Master?
Don't let him influence you!
Okay. So why would it... Yeah, it's that. I'm aware that it runs off of a separate
The
security
doctor
system.
said the critical lab was on a
That's
separate
why I didn't
grid,
pick this to begin with.
and the lab switchboard wasn't in the electrical room. The security wouldn't shut off, even if there was a blackout in the building.
That's what's confusing me. That's why I didn't choose this. But how does it make sense that the doctor invited him in?
No
He
excuses,
didn't
Master.
recognize
Do it
who-
again.
He didn't
You're
recognize...
tired, Yuma. Why don't you lie down for a bit?
Resting here wouldn't help me at all.
Plus there's a time limit. But... the doctor invited him in? How does that make sense? Well, invited in by the doctor is apparently the correct option, but I don't see how.
Right here!
The doctor invited the culprit in? But why?
That's my question.
Things are so muddled now because we're assuming the culprit forced their way inside. If the culprit was invited to the lab, then he easily would have been able to enter.
Ah, so you think the doctor disabled the security? He wouldn't need it if he was expecting a guest.
Huh? What? This was the last route!
This labyrinth is a tricky one. It's like one of those old
It is very much a
detective
Phoenix Wright thing.
novels. Perhaps
Okay, so they're
you're
all
the real
technically wrong.
culprit, Yuma.
Really, Master?
Of course not! Focus! We need to get out of here!
So they're all wrong? Yeah, there's a security log. It was 90 days ago.
The log on the doctor's computer didn't show any signs of security getting shut down.
Yeah, not
If
until
that's the case,
we turned it off.
He certainly didn't cut security just to let someone in.
Okay, so they're all wrong?
What's going on? Were all three routes wrong?
I wonder what it means.
Right here! Take that! Objection. Hold it! Oh, there's a fourth door that just magically
There's
appeared?
another door!
I get it! Since we proved that every possibility was wrong, a new one has appeared!
Interesting. The mystery labyrinth not only materializes the case, but also changes based on your investigation.
Right. Something felt off about those other routes. It's almost like we were forced to choose the wrong way.
But by eliminating each wrong answer one by one, you opened the path to the right answer.
You
Which
sound
is?
disappointed.
Who cares? Let's just see what's in the final route!
Eh. Entered and killed.
They use spectral projection to enter and kill him?
Then, the culprit is... I can't believe
Vivia?
the culprit entered the labyrinth with us. That's never happened before. How dare you trick me! There is no escape! Once the mystery labyrinth is solved, the culprit will be judged! Master, let's finish up this mystery labyrinth and boom kill this dude!
Hold on!
What? What?
Huh? Another trap?
That's why I said to wait. There's no way Vivia's the culprit.
Then, prove it and beat this thing! I won't be convinced until you do!
You can't touch anybody with spectral projection. You cannot touch anything while using spectral projection. It cannot take over someone else's body, nor can it be hurt. Literally that.
To begin with, nothing can be touched while in ghost form. He couldn't have held the murder weapon, the knife. So it's not possible that he stabbed the doctor. Now do you trust Vivia?
Master, I've said this 1,000 times, but a detective must suspect everything. Besides, it's his fault for being so sketchy. The way he looks, how he talks, everything is super suspicious.
Sorry. I do try to stay out of sight.
Anyway, let's go back.
Okay, so also wrong. How many doors are we gonna have? How many doors are we gonna run into?
If he's not the culprit, then we're back to square one.
Let's try going back to the fork in the path. Maybe something else changed.
Like we have a choice. We don't have any option other than to go back to the fork in the path. We are literally in a mystery labyrinth Groundhog Day where we keep going back over and over and over and over again. 1 door, 2 doors, 3 doors,
Nothing's
4 doors.
changed.
There aren't any new doors. What? There's nowhere to go? What was the point of eliminating all the other paths?
Come on.
Don't start with that again. How about you help us for a change? You better cooperate, unless you want to get chopped up by Master Solution Blade.
Hold on, Shinigami.
I don't want to get chopped up. I dislike pain immensely. But you know, the journey up to now wasn't a waste. We did eliminate many possibilities.
But
did.
that means nothing if we can't reach the truth.
Nothing. Why do you want the truth in the first place?
Huh?
It's easy to say you want the truth. But are you sure you can handle it? No matter how cruel that truth may be.
Can I handle it?
I'm still not sure if you're the kind of person who can. I bet you're not sure either. That's why you're still so hesitant. This mystery labyrinth also reflects your reluctance. Maybe that's why you can't reach the truth.
What are you talking about? I've said it before and I'll say it again. I won't hesitate to expose the truth.
So you still haven't realized it? Guess you're not quite there yet. Well, that's fine for now. But eventually, you'll be forced to make a choice. When that happens, you have to prove your conviction and expose the truth, like you said.
enough nonsense. Let's find some clues.
What does that mean?
As an apology for the distraction, let me tell you something. This labyrinth appears to change shape by reflecting our investigation. So, instead of following the revealed path, isn't it possible to carve your own path?
Carve my own path? That's right, Shinigami! We can create new routes with our own deductions. Maybe we can do it here.
Sometimes, just a slight change in perspective is enough to completely change how you see things.
So if I change my perspective here, I might see something new. I see.
what?
I was so focused on how to overcome the security system. But that's not right. I need to change my perspective and think about who could have overcome it.
Yeah.
Don't box yourself in with your own assumptions.
Either Yomi or Makoto.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
I hate when the anemic vampire tells us what to do. But if Master wants to,
I'm thinking it's Makoto.
then fine. I'll lend you my power. Lay it all out, Master.
Which means if Makoto dies, that means Yomi ends up becoming the CEO of Amaterasu, which is not good.
Try
Oh,
to
it's
solve it.
eliminated
Lickety
some
split.
letters. K-I-Z-Z-A-Z-Z P-A
Twirling, twirling, twirling.
A-M-L
Tick tock, tick tock.
Yeah. I thought so, pal.
Go, go, go.
Never had to feed her a key before. First time. I just wanted to confirm that that was correct. Nice Legend of Zelda reference.
A new route appeared.
This is all thanks to me.
Perhaps I said too much. Well, nothing has been solved yet.
Nope.
I wish you'd express yourself a little better. How can we tell if you're happy or sad?
I've never been happy or sad in my entire life. I want to die someday.
I know.
This guy's hopeless.
Anyway, let's explore this new route.
I wanna die someday. Why such a fancy new route?
When you think about who could get past security, the only option we know of is Agapao.
True, and that's how we were able to get through security ourselves.
But then again, he can't.
But it's just a toy robot, right? How
He
is it
can't get
related
past
to
the
cakes?
electricity.
I don't know yet, but since Amapal can get through security, it must be important.
It's sealed off here, too.
Hey, there's an intercom. Maybe someone will respond if you use it.
No way. Huh? Doctor?
Huh? Wait. What the? Wait. Who are you? Help! Somebody come help me!
Isn't this the footage of when the doctor was attacked?
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
The mystery materialized. It must be related to what the doctor just said.
Yep.
So the question is,
The
who
culprit.
did the doctor say, "Who are you?" to? Well, I'll leave it to you.
I don't get how you can keep reading at a time like this.
It couldn't have been Amapal, right? There wasn't an Amapal when we went in there. Can I save? I can. I would assume the culprit, right? Either that or...
I can certainly understand why you'd want to choose that. But wasn't security active at that point? I considered all the various possibilities, but I couldn't figure out a way to get past the security. If I'm right, then there is no big... Which means you can't say the doctor was directing those words to the culprit.
Yeah.
There was no Amapal, so no one?
The trap didn't activate. Does that mean we found the right answer? Huh? So the right answer is no one? Why would the doctor say, "Who are you?" if no one was there?
The security was still active at the time, so no one could enter the doctor's lab, right?
Right?
And that was before I borrowed Amapal.
Yeah, exactly. And Amapal wasn't in there yet.
So the only explanation is that no one was there.
Why would he say that if no one was there?
I think if we go there, we'll find the answer.
What? That route's obviously just a side road. Who cares what the old geezer was thinking anyway?
But it looks like this is the only way we can go. Besides, I am curious about what was going through his mind. It could be an important factor in solving the mystery behind this case.
Still, being forced to take a side route is too much trouble. Makes me wish I was dead.
Everything makes you wish you were dead. What do you mean? What? What? The three options are technically still there, even though...
So, Master, do you have an idea about what the geezer was thinking?
Not yet, but I think it has to do with why he said, "Who are you?" I think the doctor was putting on an act.
An act? Really?
The doctor put on an act for a reason, but I have no idea why. We have to figure that out by going down this doctor's motive route.
But why? Like, he wanted to leave. We know that.
He's here too?
You rats keep scurrying around. Do you really think you'll
cool, just lost
discover
that for a
Dr.
second.
Weska's
hey.
motive this
yeah,
way?
Yeah, that sucks.
Good luck with that, morons! He had no motive at all!
Well, he said there's nothing here. Let's head back.
We can't do that! If he's trying to block our path, then this route must be important.
Fine.
I'm only here because you maggots piss me off. So, I'm gonna end you here and now! This was all part of the doctor's
BB.
plan? He didn't have a plan at all. That exchange on the intercom wasn't an act.
I didn't mean to do that.
Safe.
That's right.
This was all...
Doctor's notes. First be slash some more sulfuric acid, which is probably going to be him. Yeah, he was playing to his
part of the doctor's plan? He didn't have a plan at all. That exchange on the intercom wasn't an act. There was no reason to put on a show. The doctor misunderstood. You probably don't know this. Weska put his soul into his work.
God damn it.
The
Why do you
research was going
do
well.
these diagonal bullshit?
The doctor was loyal to Amaterasu.
This is the truth.
How you doing tonight, BB?
No, the Doctor was planning on betraying Amaterasu Corporation. He was trying to escape Kanai Ward. He said so in the messages he wrote.
You little...
Yomi's rebuttal? What was that? What was he trying to deny? Why was he covering up the Doctor's motives?
It seems that this case involves the inner workings of Amaterasu.
Right. The Doctor was going to betray Amaterasu. And whoever he was emailing knew that. So the Doctor locked himself in the lab to protect himself from that person.
Perhaps the Doctor's act had something to do with that.
Eh?
It's the security gate. Everything's locked up.
What are the choices?
Which means
on boat,
this
right?
is a complex problem. We have to choose the right door and insert the correct solution key.
This is way more hassle than before. Guess I'll leave it to you, Yuma.
As always.
Blackout, swapping places. Terrorist bombing. What? The blackout? this is what he was planning to do. So switching places. So, okay, so what he was going to do is he was going to get somebody else, splash sulfuric acid on them so that they would be unrecognizable, and then pretend that they're dead, and... Okay. That's swapping places.
The door actually opened. I knew I could let Yuma handle it.
Are you sure you aren't a phantom?
That's the thing that makes sense to me anyway. Amaterasu's main gate?
So the doctor tried to swap places with someone else to escape from Amaterasu. The notes he left behind in the lab hinted at his plan.
You mean the diagram with the sulfuric acid being poured on someone?
Yep.
Yeah, he was going to swap places with the corpse, then melt it with acid. He wanted to disfigure it beyond recognition. That's how he planned to fake his own death.
At the very least, it'd buy him enough time to escape Kanai Ward. Or so he thought.
Wow! Melting a corpse with sulfuric acid? Yay! So cool and grotesque! So who is the substitute supposed to be?
Maybe the hitman. The doctor was under surveillance by Amaterasu, but he was still looking for a chance to escape. When he learned a hitman was after him, he figured his chance had arrived.
So he invited the hitman himself.
The doctor was hoping to use the security system
The doctor's
to kill
still alive.
the
No, he's
hitman
not. He was stabbed.
and use the body as a decoy.
His plan didn't work, so he's the murderer? Well, no, because he didn't get to do his plan. His whole plan was to kill somebody with sulfuric acid and then pretend that that body was his and escape while people thought he was dead. But it didn't get to happen because the doctor was stabbed.
Now that I think about it, the doctor did seem to be waiting for the hitman to arrive.
The hitman hasn't arrived yet. When will he show up? Don't tell me this so-called first-rate hitman was captured by peacekeepers.
But the hitman never did show up. That's why the doctor had a sudden change of plans.
And that was the act he put on by asking, "Who are you?"
I think it's Makoto is who...
Perhaps that was a trap to lure you in, Yuma.
He was trying to lure Master?
He considered taking advantage of the detectives, since the hitman never showed up. So if he called for help, he would charge into the lab, not knowing anything about the security system.
Yeah, but we're detectives. We would figure that out.
And thereby acquire the corpse he needed as his decoy.
Yeah, but I would have been too short. He would have needed somebody like Vivia. Well, no.
That seems overly complicated. Like those guys who overthink asking girls out.
Well, he couldn't have used another researcher. Someone would have noticed their absence. He needed visitors. People from outside to pull it off.
So if I didn't know about the security and had rushed into the lab...
You'd be a super sexy skeleton right now. Aw, so close.
You want that?
But the doctor's plan failed, and he actually got boom killed by the hitman.
Yep.
I get what he was trying to do, but what about the impossible murder?
Assuming the attack on the doctor was just an act when we saw him through the intercom, we at least know for sure the real attack hadn't happened yet.
In other words, the culprit entered the lab after that exchange.
Yeah, we let him in.
So the problem is, when did they actually enter?
What? What? What is this?
Where are we?
What?
This place is a real mystery. Then again, I suppose that checks out.
Huh? Shinigami?
Yeah! Master, this looks like an important turning point! So, is that your final answer?
I haven't said anything yet!
What? They couldn't have.
Master, you need to narrow down the timing for when the culprit got inside. Now then, here's our fateful fork in the road. It's life or death! We are at the crossroads of mystery and solution. This earth-shattering choice may be your last. Now, Master, which one will you choose?
They couldn't have. That's wrong. So they did enter the lab before Amapal.
When I directed Amapal to go into the doctor's lab, he already had a knife stuck in him. Which means he was murdered before Amapal entered the doctor's lab.
That's true.
Your answer? Is correct! Congratulations, Master! Would you like to double down?
What are you talking about? Anyway, let's keep going.
Just random puppet stuff, I guess.
Little by little, we're narrowing down when the culprit entered.
But
Yeah,
we're
but we still don't know how
not
yet.
really even close at all to figuring
It
out
had to be
what
between
happened.
when we spoke to the doctor over the intercom and when Amapal entered his lab. During that time, the culprit entered the doctor's lab and murdered him.
So the most likely time would be when you went to borrow Amapal, Master. The culprit had to have entered the lab then.
Maybe.
But Fubuki waited at the front chamber while
Yeah.
Desuhiko and I went to borrow Amapal. She said no one entered or left the
She
lab.
did say that, yep. Oh, good lord. Is this gonna be another puppet thing? We're back at the lab door.
Huh? We're back on the original path.
Maybe you're supposed to try opening that door now.
I'm sure that from here on out, it's not just about when, but also how the culprit got in. Yuma, there's no need to push yourself if things get too hard.
No, I can do it. I'm going to solve it.
My poor neck.
This is a map of the critical lab.
So we have to determine where the culprit was before the murder.
We'll have to solve them one at a time. Let's start with this mystery.
If we know where the culprit was before they got in, this route will be clear too. Do you know where, Yuma?
I could be wrong, but I would have to assume they were here hiding in the airlock, right?
Here. The culprit must have been here.
wrong? Okay.
Yay! It opened!
After the exchange on the intercom, given there was always a detective at the front chamber, when we went to borrow Amapal, the culprit had to have already made their way inside.
Yeah.
But the airlock is the only location that isn't affected by the security system.
Yep.
There. The culprit had to be inside that decontamination device before committing the crime.
It's the only part, it's the only place that makes sense.
But I thought he was just hiding in there to avoid being spotted after the crime. So you think the culprit was in there before the crime too?
Yeah.
Yeah. The culprit was waiting for their chance. But we had no idea when we sent Amapal into the airlock.
Also explains the footprint on him.
And from there, Yuma, you guided Amapal to the doctor's lab. So the culprit entered the doctor's lab before then?
No, the same time.
How could it be possible? Only Amapal could get past security, right?
Yeah, that's the next big question.
Well, not because of the whole toxic thing, though.
Maybe the culprit used another Amapal unit.
No. The researcher mentioned there was only one functioning Amapal.
Which means the Amapal Yuma controlled was the only one that could get
But
past
how did they
security.
get past the toxic area?
So the culprit must have taken advantage of Master's Amapal to get into the doctor's lab.
Yeah, but the toxic area.
Yeah, that's the only way. But how did they use it? There's no solving the doctor's murder until we figure that out.
Well, I have an idea. Will you
Was it
hear
our
me out?
chief?
What is it?
How about giving up? I'm getting tired.
Did our chief kill
Motion
him?
denied.
Because it said 30 minutes after the toxic gas hits you, you're gonna die anyway.
Another fork in the road.
So maybe the chief knew
Such
that
a complicated mystery
somehow,
labyrinth.
and then killed himself because he only had the one stab wound, I think, right?
Beyond each problem lies the truth. We're definitely getting closer to the heart of this mystery.
Either. He rode it like a vehicle. Right? Couldn't use it as a shield.
Do you think neither is really the right answer?
Given the process of elimination, that must be it. Amapal's hands aren't designed to hold anything,
Yeah,
so it couldn't use the knife to murder the doctor.
right.
Which means Amapal wasn't the murder weapon,
It was the murder vehicle.
and the culprit couldn't have used it as a shield. It can't neutralize the toxic gas,
Right,
and the high voltage shock would destroy it.
right.
So then, how did the culprit use Amapal?
I think we'll find out if we continue down this path.
That was the wrong answer! Come on, Master!
Was it the wrong answer?
Huh? We're...
We've been here before. It looks like we've been brought back.
But the door we opened earlier is closed again. Why's that?
Yeah, I wonder why.
We...
Huh? Even the question is the same. Does that mean we gotta do it all over again?
Well, the logic is still sound. There's no other hiding spot for the culprit besides the airlock.
So you want to choose the same answer and keep going?
If you do, you'll just repeat the whole process again. We'll just be brought back here if we can't figure out How did the culprit use Amapao? And I refuse to walk any more than I have to.
Hey, don't sit down!
What should I do?
Stand up! Stand up right now!
Stop it. Leave me alone.
If you want me to leave you alone, then help my useless master out!
Fine. Just one thing then. We're back at... Where was the culprit before the crime? Because you're stuck at... How did the culprit use Amapao? With that in mind, these two questions are connected.
Connected? Both the culprit's location and how Amapao was used?
Yeah.
Help him out more! More!
The culprit was hiding in the airlock, where you also left the robot, right? At that moment, only the culprit and Amapao were there. So maybe the culprit did something.
The culprit did something to Amapao?
Clues are always there, right under your nose. It's a detective's job to notice them. Did you notice anything strange back then? Any tiny detail? Try to remember.
Something strange. Hey! Now that you mention it, back then...
Oh hey, the screen lit up. So this is what Amapao sees. It's like the cockpit of a mecha.
Whoa, what was that?
Did it break
Yeah, the
already?
glitch.
I thought it was state of the art.
I thought it was... When the glitch happened, I thought it was because it had already gone through the electricity before, and maybe it had gotten damaged from the electricity, but maybe that was something else.
No, it's alright. It's stabilized. There was a moment when the camera stopped functioning while I was controlling Amapao. It returned to normal pretty quick, but maybe...
See? I told you it was right under your nose. You don't need any additional help from me, right?
That was a clue to help solve this mystery?
Actually, everything in this world is a key to solving mysteries. You just haven't noticed them. Perhaps there is more you're overlooking. Was there anything else unusual?
Something unusual. Something I missed.
Anything else? It's not like Amapao's camera showed the culprit.
It didn't.
Wait, that's it!
Huh?
Now that I think about it, wasn't that strange? The culprit must have gotten ahead of Amapao, but why didn't they ever show up on the camera?
Because they were on top of it.
If the culprit went past Amapao to enter the doctor's lab, they would have been spotted for sure.
Now that you mention it...
But nobody showed up on camera. How did the culprit manage to pull that off?
They were on
How
top
can
of
they
it,
move
and
from
we
the
let them
airlock to
in.
the doctor's lab without appearing even once on Amapao's camera?
Hey, aren't you just adding another mystery?
No. All the pieces are here.
Huh?
Yuma, the mysteries you face now can be solved with a single answer.
A single answer?
Sheesh.
Oh, one mystery after another! What'll you do now? It's a Pandora's box of mysteries!
Let's stay calm and think about it. There's plenty of time.
And now there's not.
Or not. I'll keep reading while you wrap things up.
Remember what he said, Master. All it takes is one answer to solve these mysteries. Use those weak brain cells of yours and think!
Culprit's location. Amapao's usage. Its malfunction. Why didn't the culprit appear on camera?
Because it was on top of the fucking thing.
All this can be solved with just one answer?
Hence the footprint on the top of the freaking robot. On top. As transportation. Culprit jumped on it. They were on top of the head.
I got it! The culprit rode on Amapel's head, using it as a method of transportation.
Yeah. Hey, Asu. There you go.
The door opened!
With every open door, it will be harder for you to turn back. Are you sure you want to keep going?
Absolutely. I will find the truth no matter what. This is for the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
We knew that they were on top of the freaking robot's head for a while now, so that was not even a hard problem to solve.
Hey, you said the culprit rode on top of Amapel.
Yeah.
What did you mean by that?
Literally what I said. The culprit rode Amapel and used it to get through.
But how did they survive the toxic gas is my question.
After we left Amapel in the airlock, the culprit came out of the decontamination device. Then they jumped on Amapel's head. The disruption in the footage was from the impact.
That's insane.
Is it? I think it's fairly reasonable. Amapel can withstand up to 100 kilograms of weight. So, someone riding on it shouldn't affect its functionality.
The shoe print on Amapel's head wasn't caused by someone kicking it. It was left there from the culprit hopping on and off.
It's gonna be the chief, isn't it?
After that, the culprit simply rode on it as it moved toward the doctor's
It's gonna be
lab.
the chief, isn't it?
By doing so, the culprit was able to evade the camera and remain hidden as they made their way through the lab.
You're right. If it's true, then it does solve all of the previous
But
mysteries.
why?
Imagining the culprit riding on a robot makes me laugh.
But Yuma, have you not realized it? You're still missing something. One major mystery remains.
Yeah, who?
What's with that huge sign?
The greatest mystery of this case should appear soon. Just the thought of it gets me feeling down.
This case's greatest mystery?
The greatest mystery is who? Who is the culprit? Right? That's what we're getting at?
This is the panel chamber.
That means the doctor's lab is just beyond it. If we can get through here, we'll reach the goal, yeah?
Watch that first step. Yeah, it's a doozy. It's a Lulu. It's a Lulu? When did the culprit get off Amapel?
Is this the greatest mystery you mentioned?
Not exactly what I was envisioning.
Well, this
When
is the
did they
mystery
get
to be
off?
solved. So let's clear it out.
Here's the thing.
It's me.
When we press the button. He would have had to gotten off when we pressed the button, because our hand was on the button, we couldn't have moved. Because when our hand's on the button, the robot can't move. And it can't move its head, it can't look around. So that would have been the only time for the culprit to be able to get off of the Amapel, go in, kill him, run back out, and then probably jump back on top of us, and then, I don't know, rode all the way back out. While opening the door. Yeah. It wouldn't have been there. It would have been while opening the door. Because while opening the door, his arm is up, can't move his head, can't look
The
around.
culprit murdered the doctor before Amapel entered the room. Which means the culprit had to have gotten ahead of Amapel at some point. It was when the door first opened. At that moment, the culprit snuck into the doctor's room.
Yeah, when the doors were slowly opening, just like this. That's when the culprit took their chance.
Right. The moment there was enough space for a person to slip through, the culprit hopped off and went inside.
Like this?
Oh, another death reasoning or whatever. Ultimate. We're about to fight Yomi again. Is basically what I'm saying.
We still haven't reached the goal. I thought we could get into the doc's lab now.
Is this a joke to you? Your deduction is full of holes.
Okay.
If this is a joke, it's not very funny.
Master, you know what to do.
Yeah.
Of course.
I'll take your garbage deduction and toss it in the trash. I am the Saint of Kanai Ward, protecting it from filth like you! The culprit hopped off Alapal as the door opened. Then slipped through the gap in the door. That's impossible, even for Think the Slaughter Artist! Think about it. If Alapal's line of sight changed just a bit, the camera would have caught it.
I already missed the point.
No one would do something so risky. The crime would have been exposed. The culprit must be really lucky. What, did they use some sort of special power?
Right.
No.
For now.
No,
The
it's
culprit hopped off Alapal as the door opened.
Then slip through the gap in the door.
That's impossible, even for Think the Slaughter Artist! Think about it.
If Alapal's
Line of sight changed just a bit, the camera would have caught it. No one would do something so risky. The crime would have been exposed. The culprit must
be really lucky. What, did they use some sort of special
power. The culprit hopped off Alapal as the door opened, then slipped through the gap in the door. That's impossible, even for Think the Slaughter Artist! Think about it. If Alapal's line of sight changed just a bit,
Slash through this mystery. Alapal is designed so that when its hand is stretched out, it won't execute any other inputs. That's why when it was pressing the button for the door, the culprit didn't show up on the camera.
you little maggots, don't get so full of yourselves. You're not getting out of here alive.
So Alapal couldn't move while the door was opening.
right.
That's when the culprit took their chance.
Right.
Since the door opens outward, it's possible to take advantage of the blind spot it creates. That's how the culprit managed to stay outside the camera's view as they entered the doctor's room.
So it's an elaborate murder that took advantage of Alapal's design. and even the direction the door opens. Whoever planned this must have really wanted the doctor dead.
And used us to let
I
them in.
guess you can call it an obsession. How scary. Just like this passageway. Where will it take us? Perhaps a suite with the culprit's obsession on full display?
Knock it off with the weird soliloquies. Let's go.
You're really going?
Huh?
Okay, again?
With this thing!
Hey, Yuma. When the culprit entered the doctor's room while the door was open,
Huh? Yeah?
at the time, the doctor was in the room, right?
Yeah.
If the door opened and an intruder entered, how could the doctor not have noticed?
Because he's deaf, he can't hear.
So what if he did notice? It's not a big deal.
Yes, it is. If he
He's
had
deaf.
noticed an
He
intruder,
couldn't have heard.
the doctor would have turned to face him, which means he wouldn't have been stabbed in the back.
That piece of trash is right. Your logic is flawed.
Hey, what are you, on the Phantom side now?
Listen to my incredible words of wisdom. Your crappy deduction is worth less than shit! Everything you do is a fucking mistake!
Okay. Well, we know he's deaf, so that's the answer.
Damn it!
Not what I wanted to do.
Your deduction is inconsistent!
What? I can't repel that?
Damn!
Good luck!
Yeah.
Damn it! Your deduction is inconsistent! It's full of inconsistencies! By your logic, even if the doctor could be stabbed, it wouldn't be from behind.
That clang doesn't hold up!
Question is, why wouldn't it be from behind? He's deaf, he couldn't hear it.
No, the culprit did stab the doctor in the back. That's how the body was discovered.
That's why I'm saying your deduction is inconsistent. By your logic, the doctor couldn't have been murdered in that way! The culprit quickly entered the lab.
There is it. Information on Dr. Weska. He's had hearing issues severe enough so he could be considered deaf. He's also trying to flee semi-work. Yeah.
But the doctor was in the room at the time, right? There's no way he missed an intruder.
Oh, that was
Running is noisy.
fair enough. Okay.
Say,
Yeah.
The culprit quickly entered the lab. But the doctor was in the room at the time, right? There's no way he missed an intruder. Running is noisy. So Weska would have heard and turned to face the culprit. And his chest would have been stabbed, not his back. Unless you think the doctor was asleep. Is there any trace of him being drugged?
No.
Even if he didn't look back from his desk, he would have heard someone coming!
No, he would not have.
This is the truth. Wait, the doctor had trouble hearing. That's why he didn't notice the intruder.
Now you're spouting nonsense. Say whatever you want, it won't save you. There's a gaping hole in your logic. And there's no way you're gonna fill it at this rate. Because you, more than anyone else, you're the one refusing to see the truth right before your eyes.
What? I refuse to see the truth? Vivius said the same thing. But...
It's strange, don't you think? Isn't it about time you noticed that something's off here?
Huh?
You've solved many mysteries up to now, yet none of them are directly connected to the culprit's identity.
It's true.
That's because the culprit is the hitman.
But who is the
If
hitman?
that's the case, why haven't you reaped the hitman's soul? And that would end the labyrinth.
But we don't know who the hitman is the question. We can't reap a soul if we don't know who they are.
It's not that easy. The culprit will fight back, unless we solve all the mysteries first. Hang on. What are you getting at?
In my eyes, the reason a single mystery hasn't been directly connected to the culprit
Because we don't know who the culprit... We don't know who the hitman is?
is because of Yuma's reluctance. It's pushing away the mysteries that lead to the culprit.
Huh?
Subconsciously, you're closing your eyes to the truth. That's why you haven't touched on the hole in your reasoning.
What hole?
Whatever, that's enough. And just ignore this guy and keep going.
It's gonna be...
Hey!
It's gonna be the chief, isn't it?
Yuma. Yuma.
Jeez, go away!
You know what I'm talking about, don't you? The huge hole in this investigation?
What are you...
Just ignore him.
Let's review your deduction, shall we? The culprit took advantage of Amapau's locked position and entered the lab. And before the robot entered the room, that person stabbed the doctor from behind. However, they bumped into Amapau while escaping, causing it to fall over. That was obviously a mistake, but since it wasn't captured on video, they were able to avoid detection. After that, the culprit went inside the decontamination device in the airlock to hide from you.
The only
That's
thing that doesn't
correct.
make sense is why
so
they
what's
stabbed
the
the
hole in my
chief.
deduction?
It's before all of that. It remains the case's greatest mystery.
Which is?
How did the culprit get past security?
What?
We already told you that.
Oh, well, no, it couldn't have been chief then. At that point, it's the CEO. It's Makoto.
The culprit rode on top of Amapau as Master controlled it and was taken all the way to the doctor's lab.
But if someone was riding on it, how did they get past the high voltage shocks in the panel chamber?
Oh,
Spooky.
This is the end for you! You have nowhere left to go!
oh come
They
on,
didn't get past
what
it.
now?
We rewound time.
I won't let you maggots ruin the peace of Kanai Ward! As the king of Amaterasu Corporation and the guardian of Kanai Ward, I will stop you here and now!
Perhaps this too is an obsession. Why does he insist on covering up the truth? Tell me, what will you do, Yuma? Are you going to stay willfully blind?
No, I'll fight. Whether it's subconscious or not, I won't look away from the truth. I'll find the truth no matter what. This is for the Chief and everyone at the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
Good luck! You'll never find it. You'll scurry around this labyrinth forever, like blind mice. You'll rot away in it, looking for an answer that will never come!
He does bring up a good point. How would they get past all the peacekeepers and all the previous security? Which Makoto, the CEO of Amaterasu Corporation, wouldn't have that problem.
Keep playing with your shit, deductions. You still haven't solved the greatest mystery!
I was thinking it was gonna...
How did the culprit get past the security? The critical lab security system was always live. There was no way to reach the doctor. The panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit. That security system? No living human can breach it! Don't tell me the culprit is a robot!
But... that's right.
Keep playing with your shit. Deductions. You still haven't solved the greatest mystery! How did the culprit get past the security? The critical lab security system was always live. There was no way to reach the doctor. The panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit. That security system? No living human can breach it!
Right.
Maybe...
Keep playing with your shit, deductions. You still haven't solved the greatest mystery! How did the culprit get past the security? The critical lab security system was always live. There was no way to reach the doctor. The panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit. That security system? No living human can breach it!
Yeah, okay, I thought it was Fubuki's forte. I just wasn't sure about the no living human part.
a human could get past the panel chamber by using Fubuki's forte. In fact, that's how we got past the panels. The high-voltage shocks kept destroying Amapel. But we reversed time every time that happened.
Correct. So whenever it was struck by the current, you went back in time. But while that was occurring, the culprit, a human, was riding on top of Amapel. That person was burnt to a crisp every time you failed.
But...
Which means you killed the culprit over and over again.
Vivia...
If only you had chosen to remain ignorant, I would have walked beside you in silence. But if you intend to seek the truth, then I must stand in your way.
What are you doing? Why are you doing this?
He's going to betray you, Master.
Betray me?
It's up to you, Yuma. This is your final chance to save the world you believe in. What are you going to do? It's time to decide your past or your future. What are you going to do? It's time to decide your past And your future.
Why, Vivia?
I don't get it though. I don't understand though.
Let me ask you. How did the culprit bypass the toxic gas chamber? It's impossible to avoid the gas. The culprit will surely die.
No? Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's
Let me ask you. How did the culprit bypass the toxic gas chamber? It's impossible to avoid the gas. The culprit would surely die. You should already know this, right? The gas is a special trait. The gas can see through even a gas mask. No ability can nullify its toxicity. Once it hits you, you're done for. You die before reaching Weska. No one can.
no. You have 30 minutes.
If you pass through the toxic gas, you'll die. But you'll have 30 minutes before it kills you. Which means you could survive for 30 minutes.
What? Don't tell me.
There are no gas masks here that can block this toxic gas. And no fortes that can nullify it. There's only one way you could get through it. You do nothing. You endure it in hopes of Amapal taking you to the next room.
So was it the chief?
Then the culprit didn't do anything to counteract it and just passed through the toxic gas?
It's the only explanation that makes sense. This is the truth. I can't believe it. But if the culprit really did just endure the toxic gas,
Then they...
the culprit is...
It appears you finally glimpsed the truth. Well, how does it feel to have your world shatter before
So
your
the culprit's
eyes?
already dead.
Isn't this what you wanted?
What's he talking about?
Yomi's mystery phantom and Fifia are both right. Subconsciously, I didn't want to know the truth.
Huh?
Up until now, the Mystery Labyrinth was withholding the mysteries that led to the culprit. And that's because it's a reflection of my own reluctance.
Master, what's wrong? Do you know who the culprit is? It's the hitman, right?
No. It's the chief.
The truth is worthless. Nothing has less value in this
There's
isolated
only two people it could
rainy
be.
city.
It's either the chief or it's Makoto, and it's looking more like it's
No
the chief.
one wants the truth. Not even you! Now, rot away and die right here! No one will get in my way. Kana Lord, Amaterasu, they both belong to me!
Is that the truth? Is that the chief isn't dying necessarily because of the stab wound? The chief is dying because of the gas. Or both.
If the culprit carried out the crime like you deduced, then they should be dead from the toxic gas. But no one at the scene has died from poisoning. If you can understand that much, then what are you still doing here?
Wait, was there a
You're
repel
right
thing?
that no one in that lab died from that toxic gas. But that was part of the culprit's plan from the beginning. They planned to distort the facts of their death.
Yuma, are you sure you want to face the truth? Your world will fall apart. The world that you believed in.
Everything's pointing to the chief.
Your deduction is wrong. Don't disturb the peace. It's not even worth debating. Is this the best you can do to refute it? Just give up and die!
No, that's wrong. I didn't mean to do that.
That's right.
What?
Your deduction is wrong. Don't disturb the peace. It's not even worth debating.
Is this the best you can do to refute it?
Just give up and
Die!
This, I'll expose the truth.
Yeah. Misrepresenting the hitman.
The culprit misrepresented their death by using the hitman. The culprit realized their plan would be exposed if someone in the lab died from toxic gas. So they used the hitman to cover up their own death.
Used the hitman?
Meaning, the hitman wasn't hired to assassinate the doctor. They were hired to cover up the culprit's death by toxic gas.
Huh? The hitman's target was the culprit?
The culprit
And not the
was the
doctor?
chief.
But the doctor was stabbed by the knife with the inscribed F. Doesn't that belong to the hitman?
All you would need is a similar knife. The story of Fink the Slaughter Artist using a knife inscribed with the letter F is well known.
Nah, we'll leave it alone until we receive further orders. Did you see the knife stuck in his back? It's the one that Fink the Slaughter Artist uses, right? I've heard about his knives inscribed with the letter F.
So it was all
I
a
can see why they
ruse?
don't want
The
this
real
spoiled
culprit made it look like the hitman did
for
it?
people that want to play the game. This is...
Stop. Stop, 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 stop! You useless garbage! To hell with detectives and the truth! I won't let you have your way in my city! There is no real culprit! Dr. Weska was killed by the hitman!
That would be nice if that were the truth.
What's going on? Who's the real culprit?
The real culprit. The real culprit is...
The time has finally come.
It's the chief.
Yuma, it's time for you to acknowledge
Our chief.
what you've known all
Who's
along.
been our friend this entire game.
If the
is the
tiny
culprit.
crack spreads any further, the mirror will shatter, exposing the chaos of the real world.
Man.
Knowing this, will you still expose the truth? Then, show me your conviction.
The clues pointing to the identity of the hitman's target. I know. I've known all along.
Now, expose the truth. Do it, if you want to burn the world down.
And the reason he's stopping us is because he also doesn't want the chief to die. Is it the photo?
The bloodstained photo found in the hallway near the lab. There was a person pictured with a woman. That was the hitman's target. The real culprit behind this case. The blood obscured the person's face, but I know who it is. It could only be one person.
Man, I don't like this. Ah, I'm getting all kinds of like emotional over here. Ah.
It could only be...
How do you know? That person in the photo is the hitman's target. And who is it?
It's...
No. Stop! Don't you dare say another word! No one wants the truth!
I don't understand, but good luck, Master. I'm always by your side, haunting you. Huh?
Yako.
Man.
Huh? Why? Why is Fuzzhead here?
Chief Yako was the only person attacked by the hitman in the lab. In other words, the Chief was the hitman's target. But Chief Yako tried to hide that photo by tossing it behind the houseplant. He hid it knowing it'd be an important clue. And that's because the person in the photo is Chief Yako himself. It was given to the hitman so he'd know his target. And the Chief tried to conceal it. Which means the blood covering the face on the photo was likely done on purpose.
Hold on, Master! Are you serious? You're really saying Fuzzhead is the culprit?
Yeah.
Really? I don't buy it. You think he actually put together this elaborate murder? He's knocking on death's door just for this?
I don't want to believe it either, but there's no other way.
Don't forget this stuff.
The Phantom vanished. The truth has been mostly exposed, and the labyrinth cannot function much longer. Anything I do now might not matter, but I'll do it anyway. Because it's something I must do. While the Chief takes his final breaths.
Vivia.
Yuma. If Chief Yako is the culprit, then what about that death threat?
It's a cover-up.
Why would the Chief send it? If he was the killer. Answer me, Yuma.
Oh, is that wrong?
not
To
the
scare the
reason.
doctor? So it's to scare the doctor? Alright.
Why would the
I was
Chief send it?
Thinking it was just like a cover-up, but yeah,
If
that
he
makes sense
was
too.
the killer.
Uh,
Answer me, Yuma.
this is all too sad, man. Why'd the Chief have to go and do that? Chief has always been good to us. Wait, what?
That's not the reason.
What? But the other ones
Why would
ducked
the
him.
Chief send
So
it?
wouldn't those...
If he was the killer. Answer me, Yuma.
By sending that note, everyone would believe the doctor's life was in danger, which was necessary for this sequence of events to take place. All the master detectives headed to the secret lab because of that note. Chief Yako brought them here to take advantage of their abilities and murder the doctor.
Huh? Their abilities?
Yeah.
But the death threat wasn't sent just to the detectives. The peacekeepers received it too. What was the point of that? Why put them on high alert?
To distract them.
What is the truth behind it all?
Right? It could have been the disguise ability, actually.
Chief couldn't have
It
been
could have been the
thinking
first
about
option,
that.
actually.
But Chief couldn't
Okay,
have
so
been
it's
thinking
not
about that.
the disguise ability. Okay, well. So it's whatever the third option is. Stretch. Alright, well, while we're fast forwarding. Oh, you know what?
What is the truth behind?
Nope. Nope. It's whatever the third option is.
Chief
What?
couldn't have been thinking about
So
that.
is there a fourth option? I thought there was just three. Wait, what? Did I not choose one of the options? I did the disguise ability. Did I just not do to incite chaos? Thought that's the one I did first. Like, I did this one.
Chief couldn't
What?
have been thinking about that.
What? What? Did... What? I thought I did that one already. what I thought to begin with.
The note was sent to the Peacekeepers because they were also part of the plan. When the Peacekeepers received the note,
I thought I did.
They dispatched a lot of their personnel to the scene. The master detectives were able to
yeah,
take
but I thought I did it
advantage
like
of
the
the
second
commotion
time.
to enter the facility. They did it by disguising themselves as Peacekeepers.
It would be convenient to have a lot of peacekeepers around if you want to get into the lab disguised as one.
This is why the Peacekeepers also received the death threat.
Hey, you still want to do this? It's not too late to give up.
I am well aware of the danger. I haven't gotten this much exercise in a long time. But this is something I must do. I can't leave the chief like this.
Vivia.
Let's continue, Yuma. So, everyone disguised themselves as peacekeepers and entered the lab.
Yep.
You were already at the lab, and that's where you met up with the chief, right?
Yes, but we decided to split up after the blackout occurred.
Wait! That blackout should have caused a commotion. If we leave now, the Peacekeepers will see us. I knew it. This place is crawling with them.
What do we do?
I'll draw their attention to buy some time. In the meantime, you two hurry to that doctor.
The chief said he'd buy us some time, but he actually went and hid inside the airlock.
Was the blackout part of the plan? So the one who caused it, was that also the chief?
I actually don't know. What's the other option?
No, that's not it.
Okay. Well, there's only 3 options, so I decided to choose the third one. So it's either
The
Dr.
chief said
Fresca.
he'd buy us some time.
No, it is the chief
but
actually.
he actually went and hid
Because
inside
the airlock
airlock
didn't open for 90 days before the one they
Was the
opened an hour ago.
blackout part of the plan? So
Blah, 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 blah. No, it was the chief. Nope. It was.
That's
what?
not it.
Oh, is the power panel?
The chief said.
So wait, Dr. Weska? Did the what? How does that make sense? Why would the?
No, that's not it.
I'm sorry. Am I
The
stupid?
chief said he'd
Or
buy us some
is there
time.
4 options?
But he actually went and hid inside the airlock.
Okay, I chose all 3. Nope. Nope. Apparently nope. What one did I not choose? Because I swear to God I just chose all 3.
The chief said. No, that's not it.
I swear to God I just chose all 3. Why am I having so much problems with these? Or remembering what I've done? So then it's... Did I just not hit think? Apparently I never chose it. Thought I did. That was the first thing I chose.
The chief was with me in the security room at the time of the blackout. It's impossible for him to have
Swear to
caused
God,
it.
that was the first thing I chose because I waited for them all to finish, then I chose the last one.
So the only person it could be is the hitman.
You hit it at the very,
must have
very,
been
very
part
end
of the
timer.
job.
Ugh.
He instructed the
late.
hitman
Nah,
to
whatever.
cause a blackout at a specific time.
But why?
It made us think the doctor was in danger, so we'd go check on him. We used Amapal and Fortes to get through the tight security system. Chief Yako had it all planned out from the start. He used us to break through the security so he could kill the doctor.
So, Master using Amapal and the Sheltered Skank's time rewinding ability at the panel chamber? That was all part of Fuzzhead's plan?
The only way to get past security was to use both Amapal and that Forte. The Chief knew we'd figure that out.
I think it's more like he trusted us. He trusted that we would arrive at that conclusion.
I'm counting on you both. See you later.
Trust? How could this be a trust thing? He was clearly taking advantage of you all. He gathered the master detectives using a fake death threat, then used their Fortes to commit murder.
Yeah, she's always calling her a sheltered skank.
What a scumbag! He used you all to get away with murder. Out of all the criminals I've ever met, he's the worst coward of them all! Master, grab that coward and...
Enough! Why did it have to come to this? Chief Yako saved me. He took me in. I had lost everything, even my memories. Sure, he may have been a little pushy at times, but still, I really admired him. So, why? Why did you do it? Is this about the woman in the picture? Chief, please tell me, or
There's no point in asking. That's just a mystery phantom. It's not the real Fuzzhead. Master, watch out!
The phantoms are a reflection of the same people in the real world, right? Which means he should hold the same thoughts. The photo behind the houseplant. I don't know what the chief was hiding, but that photo must have been dropped by the hitman after he was done with it. The chief picked it up and used his own blood to obscure the face. He knew the truth would be exposed if that photo was found, so he hid it behind the potted plant. He left his blood on it, almost like he wrote a dying message. But in truth, it was actually a secret he wanted to keep hidden.
Master, I think you know this, but to exit the mystery labyrinth, you will have to eliminate the culprit.
eliminate the chief?
Are you really going to do this? After all the mysteries are solved, the chief back in the real world will die. But you saw yourself, Yuma. The chief is already knocking on death's door.
Yeah.
Will you still bury him in the name of truth?
The chief took me in when I had no memories, or anyone to turn to. I trusted him from the bottom of my heart. Now, I have to end his life?
You know, I liked it, surprisingly. The little bit of peace and quiet I found at the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Asu.
Vivia, you knew the truth behind this case from the very beginning.
I had a hunch. Because of my spectral projection, I knew the Chief had been planning something for quite some time. But I pretended not to see. I admired him and the world he had made.
That's why you threatened me, and were so uncooperative in the investigation.
I knew you would reach the truth eventually, Yuma. But I tried my best to keep you away. Exposing the truth won't save anyone.
No.
Neither the Chief nor you.
Master, you've already come this far. You've got to finish this. What'll happen to the other Master Detectives if you die here? Didn't you say you wanted to expose the truth and save everyone?
Vivia, you told me that the time would come when I'd have to prove my conviction. The conviction to accept the truth, no matter how cruel it may be. Now is that time, isn't it?
Yes, and yet you intend to continue. If you're prepared for it.
Hey! You better not get in Master's way again!
Yuma, do you remember when the Chief's soul called out to us?
I do.
Huh?
Yeah, the truth is cruel. Never in history has the truth been known to be kind. But you know what? Turning your eyes away from the truth and living a lie is harsh too. In the end, you can never look away from the truth. As long as you live, you must face that pain. So really, what's the point of worrying so much about it? When you're lost, believe in your own heart. That way, even if things end up all wrong, at least you can stand proud.
I always averted my eyes from the truth. For my own sake. My own peace and quiet. But I could never say with confidence that I was proud of myself. In the end, I was just running away from everything. That's why I entrust this to you, Yuma.
Entrust what?
You signed a pact with the Death God in your desire for the truth. I want to see your conviction. As long as you don't stray from exposing all truth, I believe you'll be able to face it, cruel as it may be. I want to see it through to the end. It's why I followed you here. In that sense, we're accomplices. If you must bring down the Chief, then I will lend a hand. I won't avert my eyes any longer. I, too, want to live with my head held high. Because I, too, am a detective.
Vivia.
When you're lost, believe in your own heart. That way, even if things end up all wrong, at least you can stand proud.
I understand, Chief Yako. Thank you for everything you've done for me.
You gotta say something like that. It's not like he can. It's not like we have to go through the walls and stuff because he can't put up a fight. Right? It's just gonna kill him. Alright. Okay. Okay. Where's the secret lab located? We have that information right now? We do not. Death threat to Dr. Weska. detectives. We sent the death threat. Meanwhile, Director Yomi. We don't have that one yet. How is Dr. Weska communicated with? The intercom. Yomi and the peacekeepers arrive. Yomi and Makoto are separated. Humans locked in the security room, looking up with surprise. Everybody else arrives. Assess the situation. The hitman cuts the power. So, Chief creates a diversion scene off by Yuma and Dasuhiko. Chief is determined, moves up to carry the plan, enters the airlock chamber. Hid in the airlock, but we don't have that yet. We go to protect the Dr. Weska. We arrive in front of the critical lab. Confirm that he's safe. He suddenly calls for help, which is fake. What the culprit used to get past security. That'd be the robot. The culprit leaves the decontamination device. Man. We've killed the chief several times over at this point. Her forte. We don't have it yet. Let's switch to the critical lab. Door unlocks. He climbs over. He goes in. He has the knife in his hand. He sneaks up behind him because he's deaf. Culprit wields a weapon. The weapon was the knife. We have to go back and do some of these. Culprit Ampel enters the room. The culprit escapes. Ampel's knocked over as the culprit escapes. He goes back in the airlock, watches us go in. He exits as we go in. We find the body. Who killed the culprit? Peacekeepers, no. I'm trying to. Decontamination device. Well, we don't have that yet. Let's see, do we have any of the other ones? Where's the secret lab located? Amaterasu Corporation. Death threat sent to peacekeepers. Where's the culprit hide? Decontamination device. Whose power was used in the panel room? Fubuki's. Who killed the culprit? Think. And who? Who is the culprit? Yako.
Step right up.
I hate it.
Right up. Peacekeepers, a CEO, a research doctor, a hitman, and master detectives. 2 dead bodies, but lots of shady characters. Truth bombs are about to be dropped. Time for
victim in this case is one Dr. Weska. This incident features a sinister and meticulously detailed plot centered on the doctor.
The old geezer was holed up inside a lab at Amaterasu HQ. He was a total hermit in the critical lab with a totally overkill security system.
The culprit made thorough preparations beforehand to break through that system.
Boom killing a shut-in is hard work. The humane thing to do is to reintroduce him to society first.
Yeah, with that out of the way. Posing as a hitman, the culprit sent a death threat to the Peacekeepers, the detective agency, and the research lab. At the same time, they contracted a real hitman and had him infiltrate the research facility.
They spilled the beans about Gramps being in danger to lure both the Peacekeepers and the detectives to the lab.
You see, the Master Detective's presence at the scene was an indispensable part of the plan. It was how the culprit gained access to the research facility, after all. The hitman infiltrated the lab exactly as planned. And we arrived with Makoto at the same time.
Stuff went down, blah blah blah, and Master got locked up by that Yomi guy.
I was rescued by Desuhiko and the culprit, who were disguised as peacekeepers.
Stop calling him a culprit.
With the real peacekeepers rushing around, the culprit took advantage of the turmoil to sneak into the lab. But after catching up with them, the power suddenly went out, separating the culprit from the rest of the group.
The blackout itself was caused by the hitman, right? And getting separated was all part of the culprit's plan.
Right. They used the blackout as an opportunity to hide in the vents in the airlock chamber. Afterwards,
we ever get an
we
explanation?
headed to the critical lab to check on the
With the
doctor's
photo?
condition, just like the
Did
culprit
the doctor
directed
kill
us.
his wife?
But since that lab used a separate power supply, nothing strange had happened.
His whole "the doctor's in danger" spiel was an act, huh? He made a fool of you, Master. What a dick!
What a dick.
But then, someone attacked the doctor while we were trying to talk with him over the intercom. We had to get into the doctor's lab.
At that time, the old geezer was playing games with us. And he even tried to kill you and the others with a trap! That bastard wanted to use your dead bodies! He really got you there, Master!
I don't see why you're so happy about it. The doctor's sham made the case even more confusing. Even if we tried to get to the doctor, the critical lab was guarded by tight security. The only way through was by using an Amapal. The culprit rode on it by emerging from their hiding place in the airlock vent and jumping onto the robot's head.
All aboard the Amapal Express! First stop, a shower of toxic gas! Humans can't protect themselves against the gas, but since it's not instantly fatal, it wasn't a problem. Next up, the panel chamber and high-voltage shocks! And one wrong move, and he was insta-dead. But thanks to that show skank, we got all the continues we could want. So we managed a perfect clear! The critical lab was finally reached!
The culprit had anticipated we would get through this way. They also knew they would die over and over as a result. The camera feed was affected when the culprit jumped on. I should have realized what was happening.
No use crying over spilled blood. On to the next thing! Where were we? Oh yeah! To open the door to the doctor's lab, Amapal had to reach out its arm and hit a switch. And when the door opened wide enough for a person to squeeze through, the killer snuck inside.
Amapal can't follow any new commands while its arm is extended, so the culprit didn't show up on the camera.
Then, the culprit boom killed the old geezer using the same knife as the hitman. Gramps was was pretty much deaf, so a backstab was easy peasy.
Then, the murderer tried to leave the room before Amapal entered. But they knocked the robot over on the way out.
They then went back into the airlock chamber vent to wait for you and the others to go by.
We entered the critical lab and found the doctor's body. The culprit used that time to get out of the vent and head for the hallway.
That was when they were found by the hitman. And stabbed.
They'd already been in contact with a toxic gas, so death was inevitable. However, dying by gas would expose them as the doctor's killer. So they hired the hitman to kill them, thereby concealing any involvement.
I guess that means the killer completely trusted in the Master Detective's capabilities. They knew those powers would get them close to the doctor. But why were they willing to die to hide the crime?
I can't say for certain. Was it his pride as a detective? Did he simply not want his friends to know? Whatever it may be, I'm prepared to face the truth. The culprit who murdered Dr. Weska, and even included his own death in the plot.
Jaco Furio! It was you!
But why?
I will expose the truth! But why?
I just said that.
Chief Jaco, why? Why didn't you ever talk to us about this? Why did it have to end this way? Why didn't you tell us? Is this really what you wanted? Can you even hear me?
It doesn't matter who it is. Exterminating the real culprit's soul and destroying the mystery labyrinth. That's why I'm here.
Why won't he say anything? We're just going right to this?
Certain bloodlust.
Still, there are questions unanswered, though.
Despair. Brilliant soul of Shinigami. Shall expunge this cursed case. Death to all deplorables. Through into the final mystery labyrinth.
What? What? That's different. What? Why was that different? What exactly happened there?
Master's naivete must be rubbing off on me. I mean, not even I hated Fuzzhead. That's weird. This mystery labyrinth is falling apart slower than usual. I wonder why.
Because we don't know why he did it.
We shouldn't let our guards down yet. Do you really think we're done here?
Huh?
Wait, you don't mean...
Do you have all of the fragments of truth that you sought? If so,
was this all
you could
planned
just
by, like,
leave,
Makoto?
right?
No, some mysteries definitely remain.
No, we haven't uncovered everything yet. No, there are still some mysteries remaining.
Huh? What's remaining? I reaped the culprit's soul already. I know it's slow, but this place is starting to come down.
Maybe it's not directly related to this case. I don't want to leave any questions unanswered, for Chief Yako's sake. Please, help me, Shinigami.
Oh, fine. I can't say no to you, Master. No, I can't resist helping you when you rely on me. First, we need to reveal whatever mysteries are left. That should open up a new path. Lay it all out, Master!
Is it the question why? That's the first thing that comes to my mind, is why he did it. It's okay, Chief Wako will replace...
Let's work together as a team! Twirling, twirling, twirling.
Dr. Weska's... Huh? No? I'll give her a key. I don't actually know what... Well, his emails.
You can do it, Master!
Is it just his email?
Nice! Great! Keep that up! Only 30 seconds left, Master!
I got it.
Go, go, go! Go, go, go!
So the email to help Dr. Weska escape, but was Chief Yako supposedly going to help him escape by using his body to let him escape? What?
Oh, it's a secret dungeon! The labyrinth must be breaking down so slowly because the identity of the culprit isn't the only mystery. But it's still
I thought we were
coming
done
down,
here.
So you better hurry, Master!
Yeah, got it.
Yuma, I'll follow you to the end until you reach the truth.
Thank you.
Well, the chief is now dead. Do we kill someone else? My guess is
Do you
Makoto.
regret this, Yuma?
I'd be lying if I said I didn't.
I've been thinking. Remember what the Chief's soul said? If you keep that in mind while knowing who the true culprit is, doesn't it seem like he wanted you to find the truth? Even though he was the culprit himself.
Why is that?
Maybe there's a hidden truth behind this case, and the Chief wanted us to find it.
There could be some anonymous person involved.
If Anonymous is part of this case, they must have a motive for killing Dr.
We already
Wesker
know
as
that
well.
Makoto
The doctor knew about the
wanted
secret dealings and was
Dr.
planning to
Weska
flee
dead.
from
He already
Congo
did. We
by
already
himself.
said that he didn't like him.
Could it be that Anonymous took advantage of Chief Yako by instigating
I'm
him
thinking.
to commit murder?
Yes. It's unlikely the chief just happened to kill Dr. Wesker right as he was planning to flee.
If that's
Chief
true,
Dot, yeah.
Anonymous
Yeah, Dot.
isn't
Yeah.
just involved in the case. They could be the mastermind, the
Don't
Grey
hear from
Eminence.
Dot too much these days.
Gray's my 13th favorite color.
Why are you telling me that now?
The case is already solved.
No.
All these crimes were committed by Yako on his own. Now, get out of here.
What was that voice?
Someone's trying to stop us from solving this mystery. Now we know. The mastermind is somewhere within this labyrinth.
Get out. Get out. Get out.
Now, whose shape is that? Because it kind of looks like ours.
Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out.
It kind of looks like
out.
us.
Get out. Get out. Get out.
What's with this guy? Creepy.
We can't let this stop us. There's one more truth still hidden here. We have to find it. We need to know why the chief committed this crime.
Right. We'll figure this out.
What in the hell? Man, chapter 4 is crazy.
Get out. The case.
No? Okay.
Watch carefully for what.
Got it.
Get out. The case. Solved. Solved. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out of here. Away.
So, it's solved?
Get him!
Get out. The case. Solved. Solved.
My plane doesn't hold up. No, it still isn't solved yet. I will discover who the mastermind is. I will solve every mystery. I will not turn away from the truth.
Who are we about to kill?
Yako's the culprit. Everything was planned by Yako alone.
Damn it.
He hired Fink the slaughter artist.
What keys do we have? The photo of them. Never a case for fake.
There's the murder weapon. We even killed the doctor. Yako left it alone. So what about this Anonymous? Even if they did, you'll never find out who they are. There is nothing connecting Yako to Anonymous.
Okay. So glad to finally have my power back on. Looney, you're gonna need to go back and watch this VOD. It almost had me crying. You can ask Naira and Asu. I was literally watering up.
Speaking of which...
I wasn't completely crying yet. Shut up. Shut up. I was teary-eyed for sure.
Was plotted by Yako alone. He hired Fink the slaughter artist. There's the murder weapon. We even killed the doctor. Yako acted alone. So what about this Anonymous? Even if they did, you'll never find out who they are. There is nothing connecting Yako to Anonymous.
Say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yako's the culprit. Everything was plotted by Yako alone. He hired Fink the slaughter artist. There's the murder weapon. He even killed the doctor. Yako acted alone. So what about this Anonymous? Even if they did, you'll never find out who they are. There is nothing connecting Yako to Anonymous.
That not right? Okay.
Speaking...
Yako!
I mean, the lab map, right?
Goes the culprit. Everything is plotted by Yako alone. He hired Fink the slaughter artist.
Because of the whole chief thing.
He even killed the doctor. Yako acted alone. So what about this Anonymous? Even if they did, you'll never find out who they are. There is nothing connecting Yako to Anonymous.
Okay, so what's the map?
Mystery.
Yeah, no, Halara is not even...
Chief Yako tried to hide this war plan.
Looney, you need to go back and watch the VOD.
It was strange for him to have this in the first place. This is the link between Anonymous and the Chief.
Kill you in the name of justice.
In the name of justice?
Kill you. Anonymous doesn't exist! Yako wanted everything! Who cares about some map? It doesn't prove a damn thing!
No? Okay.
Say.
Right.
Yeah, no, I know. I know that's the right key. I just used it on the wrong thing.
Kill! Anonymous doesn't exist! Yako wanted everything! Who cares about some map?
I already did tie it all once. There's more to it.
It has nothing to do with the doctor's murder! Yes. Anyone can find it.
Not true.
This is the truth.
It's
The
Yomi
floor
as
plan
well.
the Chief had was from the lab's storage.
But that room was locked. no one could enter it. It was completely sealed off. Only the director of the Peacekeepers had access. So, the only person who could have gotten that floor plan was Peacekeeper Director Yomi.
The anonymous person who gave Chief Yako the floor plan and pushed him to commit murder was... you! The director of the Peacekeepers! Yomi Hellsmile! You were the mastermind. You were pulling the strings from behind the scenes.
This explains why maybe I didn't want you to find the truth, though. It does.
You instigated the chief to commit murder!
I never thought someone as empty as me could feel so much emotion. This is the first time in my life I felt this angry.
How did you do it? What did you do to drive the chief to murder? Answer me!
I'm not telling you anything, idiot.
Huh?
So what if you figured it out? Who cares? It's too late now, you pathetic ingrates. Everyone died just as I planned. Now no one can stand in my way. No one can lay a hand on me. You should be grateful. I'm cleaning up this city.
What did you say?
Master, I hate to admit it, but Yomi's right. You can't do anything to him here.
Why not?
He manipulated Fuzzhead from behind the scenes, but he wasn't the one who murdered the doctor. This mystery labyrinth is for the murder of Dr. Huesca. You can't punish Yomi.
Then what can we do? He has to pay for what he did!
We can't do anything! That's why I'm freaking out too!
So, exposing the truth would be pointless? Then why have we been seeking it all this time?
The truth is meaningless. I'm in charge in Kanai Ward. I have to laugh. Who could have guessed
He was
things
an
would go
accomplice
so
to the
well?
murder. Did we not learn anything from the 3 girls who murdered their friend for murdering somebody else? They were all accomplices. Why can't we kill him? He was an accomplice. He's the one that pushed he's the one that pushed Yako to kill, so he's an accomplice. So why can't we do anything about that? It doesn't make sense compared to the other one we did.
Yako Furio was a pain in the ass. The only reason I kept him alive is for this moment. He didn't even realize I was manipulating him into killing the doctor for me. How stupid can you be?
You'll pay for this!
Master, time's up. The mystery labyrinth is about to be destroyed.
If only we had found out what he was up to sooner, we might have been able to stop him. Still, I should be able to bring this memory back into the real world. I'll remember this confession. I'm not sure if it'll help, but I'll interrogate him once we return to the real world.
It doesn't matter. I'll cover it all up.
He will.
You're all nothing but scum beneath my feet. I'm untouchable.
Not for long.
And now, I'm gonna dispose of you, like the trash you are!
Damn it!
Is that just it? Is that just it? There are still questions. There are still questions. What did Yomi have over Yako to make him kill?
Hey, hurry up! Execute these scumbags immediately! Criminals have no rights!
You will pay for this!
What's with that look? Are you seriously going to defy
but
me?
what did he say to him, though?
Well,
like,
I don't
they didn't
care.
explain it.
You're all going to die now.
This is real bad, Master. He's serious.
Wait. Director Yomi Hellsmile. We know all about your secret dealings with Dr. Weska.
What? Did you say something? Maybe I'll kill the loudest one of you first. If you have something to say, go ahead. I can't hear you. Come on, who wants to be the first to die?
Damn it!
Forget it. I guess I'll just kill both of you at the same time.
This guy isn't listening to a thing we say. If he was the real culprit, I'd both kill him.
It's all going exactly how he wants. Solving the case didn't help anything.
Goodbye. Hope you enjoy the worst nightmare of your life as you die.
The only one who will be having nightmares is you.
You? I thought you went back to the surface. What are you doing here?
Well, Yomi, there's something I want you to see. What do you think of this?
Which is? What is going on right now? Like, what is actually going on right now?
How did you get that?
Did CEO find out the truth about Yomi? I don't know.
Most of the secret deals you've been making over the years are listed here. Looks like someone's been cooking the books. You conspired with Dr. Weska and leaked Amaterasu's technology to other national enterprises. And with the money you obtained, you bribed the right people to control this city.
Lies! You made that all up! Hey! I don't care if he is the CEO. Arrest this masked freak! We can't let this outsider barge in here and take control of this city! Capture him, execute him, chop his head off, crush his skull! What's wrong? Why are you just standing there? If you're scared, then I'll offer a bounty! Whoever kills him gets 100 million shin! Why won't you obey me? He's using false information to tear the Peacekeepers apart! You want that? You'll all be out of a job! Kanai Ward is better off without people like him! This city's fallen into ruin ever since he showed up! Now follow my orders! This city doesn't belong to him. It belongs to me! The Great Yomi!
I'm sorry, Director Yomi.
Shit!
This city doesn't belong
She is
to
still
anyone.
alive.
You... Martina, you're alive?
Makoto stopped the execution order you issued. I am here today, thanks to him.
Martina is right. Kanai Ward belongs to everyone who lives here. It doesn't belong to you!
Shinigami?
Probably best to stay quiet and watch for now.
So, you're on that freak's side now? I won't stand for this. You're a member of the Peacekeepers! I won't allow such insubordination!
Director Yomi, there's something I'd like to say to you. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to consult with a lawyer.
What?
Your reign is over, Yomi Hellsmile. Now, everyone, arrest the offending suspect. Please, do not be too rough. Even criminals have rights.
Damn it.
Damn you! Mark my words, you masked bastard! Yomi Hellsmile will be back! And when I am, I'll kill you! I'll rip you to pieces for taking everything from me! You're all dead! I'll kill every last one of you!
As we discussed before, upon receiving his punishment, I hereby resign from my role in the Peacekeepers.
You don't have to.
I must. This is my way of taking responsibility as his accomplice. Well, Chief Executive Mikoto, I hope you will see to the rest.
This is the greatest thing I have ever seen in my life!
Why?
This is amazing!
What's going on?
While the Peacekeepers had their hands full with the lab
He's
incident,
not dead, so I'm not
snuck
happy.
into Yomi's room and looked around. And there, I found this file. It's all thanks to you.
Don't tell me. You meant to bring us here to be a decoy from the start?
It was all just a series of coincidences.
Looks like I wasn't able to die once again. Well, at least things worked out.
That was really dangerous. I thought you were done for, Master.
Fuck. No.
Mikoto showing up really saved us. Though it seems like he was using me and the others.
That pisses me off. Let's give him a piece of our minds.
Oh!
Okay, fine. Just him.
I'm sorry about what happened to Chief Yako. With Yomi gone, there's a change in the winds of Kanai Ward. Even through the endless downpour, I will rebuild this city from the ground up. Because I love this city more than anyone else.
Vivian needs to stop being so emo, but that's his entire personality.
I see.
By the way, how did your investigation at the secret lab go? Did you find what you were looking for?
No.
You know, the so-called immortal monster, the homunculus.
No, I didn't find anything.
Maybe homunculi are just rumors. But let me know if you'd still like help in your search.
What if you're the homunculi?
If it's within my power, I'll permit you detectives to search anywhere in Kanai Ward.
Thanks.
Well, I need to get going. You should return to your friends. I'm sure they're worried about you.
Plus, you need to tell everyone what happened to Fuzzhead.
Oh, and one more thing. I have a gift for you, my friend. To express my gratitude.
Eh?
A gift?
Kanai Ward will be reborn, thanks to you.
I haven't done anything.
No, that's not true. Please, accept the gift. We're friends, aren't we? Oh, but don't open it yet. It's a bit of a surprise.
I don't like that.
Sure. Okay.
See you later.
Don't open it yet. I don't like that. Is it a bomb? Like when I open it, it just blows up?
Look, he is back!
Are you alright? We saw a bunch of peacekeepers heading that way.
Well, how did the investigation go?
The case is closed.
Closed? Really?
I see. I'm relieved to hear that. Now the Chief can rest without any regrets.
Rest? Wait. Do you mean the Chief? Wait, you're joking, right?
He passed away quite a while ago. I was hoping he would live until Yuma and the others returned, but there was nothing we could do.
A while ago? Then that means he was dead before the Mystery Labyrinth. No, it can't be. Chief Yako, please, tell me you're only sleeping.
Oh, come on with this again.
will turn back time now. So please, open your eyes.
Stop it. There's no need to keep pestering the chief.
But...
I wish I could do something too. But he's dead. As a detective, you should understand that. Don't sob like a baby. I want to cry too, but...
Was he already dead? Or was it due to the mystery labyrinth? We'll never know.
I think I'll head home now. My business here is done.
So cold-hearted. As usual, he's like an emotionless robot.
Vivia, we should head back too. With the chief, of course.
Yeah, you missed the animation at the end of the mystery labyrinth, I think. Were you here for that? I don't remember. But yeah, she does.
Master, how long are you gonna let this get you down? I know you're shocked that Buzzhead was the culprit.
It's called grief.
But you and I solved it together, so shouldn't we be celebrating?
No, I'll have to go back later. Yeah.
Solved it? Yes, we did learn the truth. But it didn't resolve anything. What's the point of solving something if it doesn't save anyone? In the end, we still don't know why the chief did it. How could you even consider it solved?
I understand why you're upset. Alright, I'll leave you alone for now. Yuma? I thought you'd be here.
Kurumi.
I just promised I'd give him some alone time!
Are you sure you should be walking around alone at this hour?
I heard about Chief Yako. Hey, Yuma. Did we make a mistake? If we didn't try to find that secret lab, maybe Chief Yako would still be alive.
No, because everybody still would have gone with him.
I don't know if what we did was right or wrong. But either way,
yeah.
I think it would have ended like this eventually.
I'm glad to see that you've returned safely.
Thank you.
To tell the truth, while you were at the lab, I looked into Chief Yako's past a bit.
Oh, here's where we're gonna get the explanation.
Huh?
I was just curious. Do you remember that talk on the submarine?
To me, this town is my life. My bitter past, my fun memories, they're all right here. I just wanted to protect the happiness I found within arm's reach. But it wasn't easy. It was too much for me to handle on my own. And as a result, I lost everything. I was an empty shell until you all came along.
In short, the chief lost his wife 4 years ago. She was a researcher at Amaterasu's lab.
The chief's wife was an Amaterasu researcher?
Yeah, we found that out by the picture. She was wearing a lab coat.
On top of that, his wife's death was declared an accident. But there seems to be more to the story. At the time, the lab's head researcher was suspected of leaking technological information. It was the chief's wife that blew the whistle. If what she said was true, he would have been removed. But on the day before the commission came to investigate, an experiment went wrong and exploded, killing her.
It's obvious that someone was trying to silence her.
Yeah. Chief Yako probably suspected that too. He was conducting his own investigation. In the end, I don't know what conclusion he reached.
So that's who the chief wanted to protect most. It's what he meant when he said he lost everything.
And the person his wife accused was... Weska.
Dr. Weska.
Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't ring a bell. It's getting late. Let's head back to the detective agency. The chief's final words. I think they were actually meant for himself.
Yeah, the truth is cruel. Never in history has the truth been known to be kind. But you know what? Turning your eyes away from the truth and living a lie is harsh too. In the end, you can never look away from the truth. As long as you live, you must face that pain. So really, what's the point of worrying so much about it? When you're lost, believe in your own heart. That way, even if things end up all wrong, at least you can stand proud.
But I think he was wrong. Because everyone is mourning you, Chief. Chief, I've made up my mind. No matter how cruel it may be, I will expose the truth hidden in this city.
Hey, did you come up with this dish yourself? I've never had anything so tasty.
Thank you. Cooking is all I'm really good at, after all.
Are you hungry? Can I make you something at the agency?
Why are we back to this?
Well, I guess I haven't eaten in a while.
What? This flatty is gonna mix something dangerous into your food. I suggest you stay far away. All right. What should I make? I need to cheer you up.
What is this whole thing? Where we went from morning to food? What is going on?
I'll go on ahead and make something in the kitchen.
She seems rather considerate. She's a nice girl.
Yeah.
I wish you'd be more considerate to me.
Yuma, does light shine into your world now that you've obtained the truth?
No.
I don't know. It's like you said. I feel as though the world's ended. I tried so hard to find the truth. Should I not have done that?
You should ask yourself that tomorrow. The you of tomorrow will have an answer for the you of today.
As usual, I'm not quite sure what you mean, Vivia. What's that?
It was hidden in the drawer of the chief's desk. It seems like a letter from Anonymous.
Anonymous? You mean Yomi?
Of course, he didn't know Anonymous was Yomi. This letter mentioned the truth behind his wife's death 4 years ago.
The truth?
It describes how Dr. Weska conspired to murder her. The facts were laid out, cold and calculated. I wonder, how did the chief feel when he read it? It's not hard to imagine him burning with a desire for revenge against Dr. Weska. By the way, this letter arrived right after I was dispatched to Kanai Ward. In other words, the motive and means were both in the Chief's hands.
So the letter was the trigger.
In my ghost form, I've seen the Chief staring at this letter in secret many times. Back then, I didn't know what he was reading. But I know the Chief was thinking about it constantly. Perhaps the map of the lab was sent together with this letter.
If so, then it was a total setup.
Yep.
I'm sure the Chief deeply regretted using her fortes as part of his crime. Or maybe that's just the truth I seek. Maybe it's nothing more than wishful thinking.
You might be right. I think the Chief wavered back and forth the whole time.
Yeah, I agree.
Some people think Vivia is cold-hearted, but I think he cared deeply for the Chief.
He had to have, to try and stop us.
He really
knew.
did admire him.
Well, I think he's terrible at showing it. He needs to work on his facial expressions at the very least.
By the way, Yuma, Yomi definitely was the mastermind who worked in the shadows to put this together. With that aside, there's one more person I'm curious about.
You mean Makoto Kagutsuchi? I know.
Yeah.
Do you think it was a coincidence he brought me to the lab today? Or... Oh, the phone.
How do you hear that?
It's a call from the WDO. We should go back inside.
Oh, right, that phone. Forgot about that phone. That phone hasn't rang in a while.
I know about Yako Furio. Who could have suspected that a proud detective of the WDO would commit murder?
He doesn't know anything.
If only the World Detective Organization had sent support to Kanai Ward sooner.
Stop it. There's no point in saying that now.
I can hear you. Enough idle talk. Focus. The only thing a detective must do is solve cases. Concentrate on solving mysteries. Emotions will only shackle you as a detective. Emotions must be discarded to reach a perfect solution through a perfect deduction. I know you're suffering from the loss of your chief, but the investigation must continue. Until Kanai Ward's ultimate secret is revealed, the great global mystery will never be solved. These are heavy responsibilities. It demands your complete attention.
In that case, please tell us. What is the great global mystery? Many master detectives have already been killed. Keeping us in the dark could lead to more deaths. Like what happened to our chief.
Very well. The great global mystery is a mass kidnapping case.
Huh? Kidnapping?
You mean where Amaterasu now owns the entire city of Kanai Ward? So they kidnapped the entire city.
Yes, countless people from around the world have been kidnapped and taken to Kanai Ward. We are searching for the heinous criminal responsible.
Heinous criminal?
Well, that's gotta be Makoto.
Lots of people have been taken to Kanai Ward?
But where could they gather that many people in this
That would have been
city?
a great time to end. It would have been.
Well, I have an idea.
Huh? Seriously?
Alara seems to know something. You'd better go have a chat, Master.
No way.
Hey.
Where would they be gathering a bunch of people? Either the homunculus research stuff, but peacekeepers? Don't touch that gift Makoto gave you. I know.
The restricted area. They could gather all the kidnapped people there.
Oh, that's true.
You're right. That would be the perfect place to hide them.
I was planning on discussing it later, but there is some new information about that place. It appears that the restricted area does in fact have a corpse disposal facility.
However, there are lots of rumors about the restricted area. For example, they even say it's a corpse disposal facility where bodies from Kanai Ward are dumped off.
That's true, she did say that before.
What? That rumor was true?
In Kanai Ward, corpses rot easily due to the humidity from the rain, so they are quick to retrieve bodies. The corpses are then loaded onto trucks and transported to the restricted area for disposal. But that process is managed by a department with a handful of people working directly for Amaterasu's CEO.
Directly for Amaterasu's CEO. That's important wording.
On top of that, they are only involved in transportation. They aren't aware of what happens afterwards. How the bodies are buried and who buries them is a mystery.
All of this secrecy around the burials. It's suspiciously cautious.
The CEO is that Makoto guy, right?
Yep.
Does he have something to do with the corpse burials?
But how is the global kidnapping case related to a corpse disposal facility?
I know! They are forcing the kidnapped people to
Like
bury the
homunculus
bodies!
research.
I doubt it. Why bother kidnapping just for that?
Anyway, there's definitely something happening in the city. Something sinister.
We just don't know what it is.
While we're at it, perhaps I should share the information I've obtained as well.
Huh? You got something too?
That anemic vampire knows something. I sure wish we'd gotten the whole story right away.
This isn't FMA.
I don't know if it has anything to do with what's going on here. But while I was using spectral projection to search for the secret lab, I kept hearing about a strange rumor in town. There's a taboo among Kanai Ward's residents. Something they must never discuss in front of outsiders.
Taboo?
He's probably the only one who could have learned that. I doubt anyone would mention it in front of detectives.
So what was it about?
The Blank Week Mystery.
The Blank Week Mystery?
The Blank Week Mystery?
The Blank Week Mystery.
Unfortunately, all I know is its name, and that it's taboo to mention it in Kanai Ward.
Huh? That's it? I don't get it.
Well, it does sound ominous. Maybe it has something to do with the mass kidnapping and the restricted area.
But all we have to go on is the term.
The Blank Week Mystery is taboo in Kanai Ward. I wonder if Kurumi has heard about it. I should ask her after this meeting with number 1.
The Blank Week Mystery.
She's an informant who may be hiding information. If that's true, we'll have to torture the info out of her.
The Great Global Mystery, the Restricted Area, the Blank Week Mystery, and a heinous criminal pursued by the WDO.
Being the CEO of Amaterasu, I would have to assume Makoto Kagasuchi.
After coming this far, we're still discovering more mysteries. How are they all connected? What is going on in Kanai Ward?
Listen closely, detectives. If this case is ignored, more people will fall victim. You are the only ones who can stop it. The World Detective Organization never overlooks a mystery. Any and all truths must be exposed. As always, we are aiming for a perfect solution. Now that I'm involved in this case, I will guide us to that end. forth, proud detectives. Eliminate all
What? What's going on?
What was that flash?
What?
Number 1, I heard an explosion. What's that? Another branch. A news flash. All right, give me the video feed.
We bring you breaking news. The WDO headquarters has been struck by a terrorist bombing. Here's live footage from the scene. You can see the fierce fire consuming it. For those of you just tuning in.
Terror attack?
The WDO. What's going on?
What is this? What is happening? Master, this is... What is this? I must rewind.
No, it's gas. Everyone, hold your breath.
I wanna die someday.
Hey, Master!
Well, you were right, Looney. Don't touch that gift. Yeah. I mean, we knew we didn't like Makoto from the start. SS, S, A, B. There's the first B. A. Chapter 5 is up next. Oh man. I don't know if Spike Chunsoft, the company that makes this game, wants anybody to stream after Chapter 4. So I'm kind of stuck. Do I keep streaming Chapter 5? Or do I just not? Because I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. But that's it for tonight. I am at a loss for words with everything that's been going on. I really have no idea what... I mean, I want to see the rest. I do too. I want to keep playing. But I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. But for now, we get to raid someone. And you know what? As much as I love Beelzebelly, Bean is also streaming right now. And I don't typically ever get to raid Bean. So we're going to raid Sensei Bean. Because Bean is a good Bean. Yeah. Oh my god. What a chapter. What a chapter. I don't even know what is going on with this game right now. We know that Makoto is bad now, for sure. I mean, we knew it before, but now it's been proven. Ugh. Okay. We'll figure this out, I guess, maybe in another stream. I don't know. I have already emailed the company, Spike Chunsoft, to see if, you know, we can stream it. But I've not gotten back to... They've not gotten back to me at all, so I don't know what's going on. But we're gonna go ahead and raid Bean. On that note, you all have a wonderful night. I will see you... I don't know tomorrow if I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know if I'll take a day tomorrow or not. But I'll see you soon. Have a wonderful night. Rest well. And enjoy Sensei Bean streaming at 2:13 in the morning. I guess he's streaming late at night some days now. I don't know. So, later.